Good, happy Sunday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, flooded roads strand drivers in high waters. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Clifton Leaf. I'm the editor-in-chief of Fortune, and I'm a judge on a number of journalism awards. But I really love the Bidler because
a single vehicle sits alone on a dark stretch of North Road in Danbury Saturday night. The car stalled out after it was caught in floodwaters. The driver said she did not see that the road was flooded out until her car came to a stop. Emergency crews were called in to help her out of the vehicle. A similar situation played out in Cornish, where firefighters had their own problems as 12A was consumed by water from the Connecticut River. This is video provided by the Cornish Police Department. If you look closely, you'll see flashing lights in the distance. That's a pickup truck carrying firefighters as they come to the aid of a 30-year-old Cornish woman trapped in her vehicle that was surrounded by water.
When I backed down in to pull the lady out, it was over the tailgate.
Captain Mike Boudelier led the rescue team. The woman sat perched on the side of her car, desperate for help as water crept up to the hood.
One of my other guys jumped into the water, went in up to his neck, got the lady, tossed her into the back of the truck, and then he got into the back of the truck.
The two were checked out by paramedics. They are expected to be okay.
Her feet were cold and wet, but she was more panicked than anything. He was cold, and he was fine now.
The department using this situation as a life lesson everyone can learn.
Don't even try. If you see water covering the road, turn around, don't drown.
Some good advice there. Now over in Cornish, 12A will be closed for the remainder of the night. There are some concerns over the stability of the road, so officials say they will be back there tomorrow morning to assess the situation. Now, as for here in Danbury, firefighters tell me that North Road is known for flooding, but never this early. They say it's really not until early May, late April when they see that area flood. We're live here in Danbury tonight. I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Two shot, one dead in Boston's Back Bay neighborhood. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
About 9:30 p.m., there was a call for shots fired in the area of Gloucester and Boylston Street. Officers responded. They located two males in a motor vehicle. The two males are suffering from gunshot wounds. Both were transferred to area hospitals. One was subsequently pronounced deceased. It's an active investigation, as you can see behind me. We're looking for the public's help. Anybody that has any information can call 1-800-494-TIPS. or the Boston Police Homicide Unit at 617-343-4470. This act does not appear to be a random act, and again, we're looking for the public's help on this one.
Any word of a chase beforehand that they may have been following each other at a high rate of speed?
We have nothing on that at this point, no.
Any idea where the victims were? Obviously, you're looking at Dartmouth, where they were before the shooting?
Before the shooting? No. Anybody else?
Rough age?
They were adult males, I would say, in their 20s.
And you said one has been confirmed deceased.
One has been pronounced deceased, yes.
We have a condition on the other one?
Gunshot wounds at this point appears to be non-life-threatening.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Man arrested in murder of domestic partner in Portland. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 in Maine.
Hey, bud, all set?
Yeah, brakes are fine. Wife's car is next. Tune up an oil change.
Bring it into Palmer Springs.
Air conditioning.
We can do that.
Tire rotation.
We do that.
Exhaust.
Absolutely.
Give us a call or visit our website. We do it all.
In other news, tonight, 40-year-old Anthony Legg is charged with murder following the death of his wife, 36-year-old Soka Khan. Khan's body was discovered Sunday inside the couple's Dorothy Street home. An autopsy revealed Khan died of multiple gunshot wounds. Police say the couple's 15 and 10-year-old children were at home at the time of the shooting. They are now reportedly with relatives.
Department of Health and Human Services is coordinating that placement. The children are receiving counseling, and the family is being very supportive of them throughout this terrible event.
Lang will face a judge sometime on Tuesday.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. A primarily fear as people across Hawaii get false alert on missile attack. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
Hey, we're out of body wash. What are you doing? I thought you had a cold.
I don't need all this. Mucinex Fast Max is powerful enough to handle pretty much every symptom.
Name one.
How about 9? Sore throat, cough, even...
Yeah, I can read, you know.
We're done here.
Ah, boogers to Betsy!
Mucinex Fast Max. 9 symptoms, 1 dose, max strength. Start the relief, ditch the misery. Let's end this. And for kids' multi-symptom relief, try #1 recommended children's Mucinex.
Complete panic and chaos in Hawaii after that emergency alert sounded across the islands just after 8 a.m. local time. Residents seen running for cover, families hiding in bomb shelters. Take a listen.
This is not a drill. Take immediate action measure.
The dire warning of a ballistic missile threat buzzing on cell phones stripped across television screens. Residents told to seek immediate shelter. Quote, this is not a drill. It took 38 minutes for some people to get the all clear. The message, a human error false alarm. And it comes just weeks after Hawaii reinstated a Cold War era missile alert system in the event of an attack by North Korea following Kim Jong-un's repeated tests. In Hawaii tonight, the governor saying an employee at shift change is to blame. But there are so many questions still, and ABC's Stephanie Ramos starts us off from the Pentagon.
Hawaiians fleeing after waking up this morning to a nightmare scenario. The message sent at 8:07 this morning on TV, radios, and this message going out on cell phones reading, ballistic missile threat inbound. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. The warnings left an entire state terrified.
We were up on a mountain and we almost fell off of it trying to get to our children.
People pulling over in tunnels, confused tourists hunkering down in hotels.
People are hiding in tunnels. People are locking down their homes. They're heading for the mountains.
One mother saying her daughter was away at a slumber party when the alert went out.
And so she calls me because they're all getting the alert and she's like, Mom, what are we supposed to do? And I'm like, all right, stay there. If something happens, no matter what, do not leave that house.
Families filling up their bathtubs with water and stocking up on supplies. The people of Hawaii have been on edge in recent months as North Korea's Kim Jong-un moves closer to perfecting a nuclear-tipped missile. Just last month, Hawaii tested their nuclear attack warning sirens for the first time since the 1980s. But this alert was not real. 12 minutes after the alert, Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard was the first public official to say this is a false alarm in a tweet. NORAD and Pacific Command, with assets in place to detect a missile approaching, saw the state had not corrected the alert, so they clarified, saying the message was sent in error. But Hawaiian officials didn't send out that correction message statewide. for 38 minutes.
This should not have happened.
The state's governor says this false alarm was a result of human error.
It was a procedure that occurs at the change of shift where they go through to make sure that the system is working and an employee pushed the wrong button.
But tonight, many are asking, why did it take so long for a correction to go out?
We need to work on the response time. If anything like this happens, the cancellation got to go right away.
Definitely some very big questions right now. And Stephanie joins us live from the Pentagon, where you've been speaking to military brass all day. Stephanie, those warning systems are controlled by federal agencies, but tonight the blame is being placed squarely on Hawaii.
Absolutely, Cecilia. The state's warning system is a FEMA capability. Whoever has the alerting authority, either state or local, can push out those alert messages. Now, a source here at the Pentagon tells me today's false alert was a pure mistake by the Hawaii Emergency Alert System. Cecilia?
Stephanie Ramos leading us off tonight. Thank you. And while human error may be to blame, the chaos and confusion in Hawaii today seem to reveal a system not ready for the real thing. I want to bring in ABC News contributor and retired Marine Colonel Stephen Ganyard. Steve, as you have talked about so many times before, the threat from North Korea obviously very real, but people today clearly did not know what to do.
Cecilia, this reaction, this panic that we saw in Hawaii probably never would have happened just a few months ago. But now that we've seen North Korea demonstrated nuclear capability, threaten the United States with nuclear war, we need to go back to the future, go back to those Cold War days when we took civil defense seriously and make sure that our warning systems are in place, that they work, and we can't have a problem like we had today that was based on a simple human error.
A big problem there. Colonel Ganyard, thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you back here later on today with another newscast. Goodbye, everyone.